Chat, we're going to do a top 10 LRs. It's actually 12, but we're not going to mention the last two until the end. I'm actually going to do this slightly different. I'm going to start at number 1 first because I think the LRs at the top are pretty obvious, right? We all know who the top 4, top 5 are, hands down, no debate, right? It's going to get more interesting as the list continues. And like I said, if you clicked on this video, you're getting a little bit extra than what you wanted, but it's a healthy surprise. So we're actually extending this from 10 to 12. But at the same time, it's majority a top 10 list. Let's just get straight into it. I'm actually in game because I have the top 10 LRs in my account. So we're just going to go over them one by one, preface their strong suits, why they're strong, and we're going to continue. This top 10 LR is actually sort of special because the release of Kale, Caulifla, LR God Goku and Hit, and the return of Gotenks and Jiren, it's definitely, Dokkan's definitely up to something. So, of course, number 1, like I said, this is why I'm starting off with number 1. It's so generic. I barely even have to say anything about this character. We know him as Superman All Might, the Almighty. Okay? The Super Vegito is just fucking the GOAT. Obviously. Look at all of this, and this is his base form, right? This is what you start with. This guy has massive major damage reduction. He's the perfect slot 2 option, right? He's going to have 20% damage reduction as a second or third attacker. He's going to have 20% when he attacks. He's going to have the base 50% for the first 3 turns. He's already strong defensively. That's what we need to see, right? It's never a bad thing having a very strong, solid slot 2 and 3 option. They're very needed. It's more important to be slot 1, but knowing that the best unit in the game has defensive potential immediately is good enough, right? This guy's supporting. I mean, he easily supers, right? He has a reversible exchange mechanic. Boom. I mean, it's that easy. And Vegeta's able to dominate as well, right? He's going to have basically 70% damage reduction because he's going to have the basic 50. You do want to put this guy in slot 1. Why? Because he's going to have guard, right? This extra damage reduction, you literally just need to super attack. When receiving an attack with 10 or more ki, this is really the put him in slot 1 mechanic. I know a lot of people try and use this guy in slot 2 or 3, which you definitely can do if you decide to pop that active skill, right? If you decide to pop that active skill, you can actually put this guy in slot 2, slot 3, slot 1. It doesn't matter because he's going to get guard for the rest of the fight and an extra attack and defense 18% plus 3 ki. So this guy is going to be major, right? He's going to be major. It's that simple. He's going to be able to lock down shit. He's going to be a very defensive option. And then, like I said, I mean, we have All Might, right? How do I get the All Might? I go to Goku, and then I go to Special Fusion. All Might, right? This is him. He's him. This is the best character in the game, hands down. I literally have to say nothing. Just read the goddamn kit. Let's move on to number 2. Boom. Yeah. What a shock. Right? Let's get the obvious out the way first, guys. Like, trust me, it's gonna be a better video when we really get the extensively going down when we get to the nitty-gritty, right? But we all know how good he is. Reversible exchange, Vegeta. He's actually, I think this guy is the lesser of the 2. Well, obviously, I'm putting him in number 2. But I'm talking about just the base form immediately, right? I don't like Vegeta as much as I like Goku when you first start off. And then when you reversible exchange, I also don't like this guy as much as I like Vegeta, right? This guy can be a real solid slot 1 option, but he's going to be dodge reliant. It's not to say he cannot, like, if he can super before he gets super attack, he'll be good. But it's, if you put him in slot 1 and he happens to get super before he supers, he's going to get cooked 9 times out of 10, especially like physical topo. Int Jiren, he might be able to survive Int Jiren in slot 1, maybe, but it'd be like a easy 600k from Int Jiren. He's gonna. But this guy, this guy's Vegeta form. He's just so solid, right? I don't know. I just think overall this is a better character and a better design. I am gonna talk about Gogeta in a second though. So this Gogeta right here, like I said, you barely really even. I don't have to say anything, right? This guy, he has the Scouter. He gets extra damage reduction on attack every Rainbow Key Sphere. He's going to be good defensively. He's going to be good offensively. He's got support for fusion and successors. Launches 2 additional ultras. Huge damage reduction. He's guarding. Big stats. I mean, he's just an all-star unit. The last thing we really need to go over is his major support. This is probably still the best support in the game. I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, it's not even close, right? I guess you could sort of say Glorio support is sort of like, it's more practical because this is a one-time use in battle. Unless you're running 2 of them, then you can do it twice. But I think Glorio, even though it's not as like massive as a buff, because this is like multiplicative, right? This support is way much more than just 54%, right, for the turn. It's like damn near 100% extra support, right, for the turn. It's like something major. But Glorio, I like the 3-turn support spread a bit better. So I honestly don't think this is the best support in the game, but as an active skill, yeah. The best support active skill in the game, 1000%. But I don't think this is even the best support in the game. Even though, like, if you're looking for big numbers, I'm looking more for consistency, which Glorio, you know, as a support character, we all know how Glorio is. But this is not a top 10 T-War. Yeah, no one could have guessed this. No one could have guessed that this is the number 3 spot, right? No one could have guessed it, right? But I mean, we all know it at this point. I mean, he's just very dominant at the start. He's the slot 1 that, you know, the anniversary Vegeta and the anniversary Vegito. I mean, Vegito and Gogeta just feeds off this guy immediately. You just put this guy in slot 1. And he handles business. Same with the gods. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make the gods and the monkeys the same spot. We're just gonna both put the because come on, like they're damn near the same unit. I guess practicality. If I'm being honest, we all know Super Saiyan 4 Goku is the superior unit, but I mean they're so fucking similar, right? That you could really just group them together, right? They're not too different. This guy's just gonna counter, and Blue Goku's gonna dodge. The reason why he's at number 4. But I'm gonna join him at number 3. But the reason why we all know Gogeta's better is because dodge canceling, right? Dodge canceling can stop him. This guy can counter, right? And that can't be countered right now, right? He just can counter, right? So that's literally the one unique difference about them that I'll say. But other than that, they have the same exact passive. Like this is the same exact passive for him and the gods. Then we go into Gogeta. And, you know, he's just a big boy, right? He's a GOAT. Massive stats, big damage reduction. You know, he's got the guard all attacks, high chance of performing a crit, launches an additional super attack. He's got the scouter for the turn. I mean, he's just rainbow orb changing. Why not? Not to mention he gets key plus 2 per key sphere obtained. So he's going to be altering very easily, right? This guy gets attack and defense for every key sphere obtained. So if you get 10, he's going to hit incredibly hard that turn, right? You definitely, some people forget about this, even me sometimes, but make sure you do this, right? For every rainbow key sphere obtained, he gets more damage reduction, right? And performing a crit is higher. Really good. Really good. I mean, he's just the perfect unit, right? Damage reduction rate 50% within a turn. The HP is 50% or less. So this can stack up with this. And he's got the guard, right? He's already going to be supering very hard, has additionals and everything. Scouter, you know where to put him. And then the cream of the crop, the reason why he's really the GOAT, is this just a great chance, right? Great chance of nullifying it and countering with tremendous damage. And nullify, he has a 100% chance, right, when the enemy is below 50% HP. So very valiant, very good. His active skill is actually one of the more mid ones to me. I mean, it's going to hit hard. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's going to hit very hard, but I'm more into the passive, the new style of passives or actives, where it's like key plus 3 attack and defense, like, you know, more throughout the fight, so we can have more longevity, right? I think extra stats are just a lot more impactful than, you know, big damage, right? But this is still really handy, right? Causes ultimate damage to enemy, and within the turn activated, all attacks becomes critical hits. And he has tons of additionals, and the counter, and the scouter, and the guard, and the damage. He's All Might, right? He's another All Might character. These top 4 are All Might characters, right? But especially these, I'd say like these top 5. All right, yeah. Oh yeah, I did literally just say I was gonna group them together. So what I'll do with this guy is I'll just show you the differences in between their passives. So this guy, he actually isn't a fusion unit until you pop the active skill. And this guy works a bit differently. He has like generally the same amount of stuff, right? He does not have the counter, right? Evades enemy when HP is 50% or less. This is just powerful, right? This is very strong. This is very strong. So when HP is ever 50% less, you can put him in slot 1. Unless there's dodge nullification. But if it's this first turn, he's still going to have the guard, the huge damage reduction right here. So he's going to be still really good defensively. Remember, these units stack. All 4 of these they all stack, right? That's why I haven't even mentioned their super attack effects, because they're all stacked. All of these characters are good in all the content in the game, right? Understandably, right? Even in the Blue Goku event, this guy can work. Why? Because he's tech. Why? Because he's still going to have guard. Why? Because he's still going to have damage reduction. Why? Because he stacks. He's still going to be good even, in the dodge nullifying fights. AGO Jiren's another example. STR Jiren's another example. As long as he can dodge the super attack, when his best team is set up, you're going to have tons of scouters, right? It's very easy for these guys to be cohesive and work, right? That's why these top couple of LRs is just like very solidified. And it's going to be hard really to break the barrier between, the top 5, right? It's going to be very hard to break through the top 5 right now. I don't know what the hell they're going to release, but they have to release something that's just like, what the hell, right? And they have not done that since Anniversary. Worldwide, maybe, or the global celebration is what they're calling it now. They pushed it up, so we'll make a video about that. I mean, later. Who did you think I was gonna put here? I think this is where I'm saying, to me, it solidified him as at number 5, but I think this is where the list can vary, right? This is where I think people's opinions of my top 10, it's more like opinionated. It's more not fact. It's more about how I feel about the unit. I'm not saying that this is not a good list. Oh, no. I think a lot of people are going to agree with this list. But I'm just prefacing, at this point, this is where I think you can tweak the positions of units, right? But this guy is just... Think of all the units that eat off this guy. Just sit there and just... You know what? Matter of fact, I'll go straight to it. Fuck it. We don't even have to play games and waste time, right? I know a lot of people like to drag the video out. Look, this Power Beyond Super Saiyan or Giant 8 Power category allies defense 70% and damage reduction rate 10%. He's feeding the whole world with this passive, right? Think of all the amazing Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Okay, all right, maybe Giant 8 Power, it's definitely gotten better, right? But think about all the Power Beyond Super Saiyan category members that just feed off this guy being next to him. Like, he is feeding families, bro. Not to mention, I'm going to slow down a bit. We're going to come back to Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But this guy is just strong, right? I do have a dupe in him. But this guy, he's just very solid immediately. That's the best I can give him. He's not ooey wooey wowie zowie immediately. But it's very easy for him to just look very dominant considering all the mechanics they gave him, all the love that they gave him, the major support, the healing, all types of stuff, right? The mechanic, the Giant 8. But this guy's base kit, it's not the best, but it works, right? It's enough, right? That's what I'll say about it. Power Beyond Super Saiyan category allies defense 50%. A lot of people don't really think about that. He just has a base 50% chance to crit, but at 24 key, he guaranteed crits, right? For every 3 key he get, extra attack and defense 30%. So make sure you get 24 key with this guy. Long story short, he's really just going to be a very solid defensive character immediately, right? You're not really going to ever see this guy die, is what I'm saying, right? And why is that? Because if you start the turn at below 50% HP, you could just, it's 70%. I'm sorry. Excuse me. It can be activated when HP is 70% or less. I'm sorry. Wow. I didn't even think it was that fucking good. Holy shit. Wow. I mean, 70%. This is free and easy with new content. Dude, you can get this shit turn 1. If you get him slot 2, turn 2, you can immediately pop this, right? Especially in like battle hard and formidable foes. Some of the new anniversary fights, like Blue Goku's event can catch you off guard. Blue Vegeta might catch you off guard. There's a couple of anniversary fights that can definitely blow your shit down immediately. Pause. But anyways, now we go into Goku and his Giant 8 mechanic, and this is just a free turn, right? Look at this. Transform into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Boom, 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 boom. He's critting. He's doing damage, and you can't die. This only lasts for 1 turn, but I promise you, I'm glad that it's only 1 turn. If this guy could go to 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns, I would find it a little bit repetitive. I don't want them to make the same mistake with Orange Piccolo, even though Orange Piccolo was very practical and very good, and his Orange Piccolo transformation is by far easily the greatest giant form ever. Like, Orange Piccolo probably still has the best, like, giant formation, because just the amount of times, the turns of stalling, the free damage, just, it's still insane. But he gets real value from this, right? And then, you know, going from this guy to this guy is just game over, right? You're going to heal, right? If your HP is below 44%, I think this is the most important thing that people overlook. This guy is consistently going to keep you refreshed. If you ever drop below that 44% mark, you're going to instantly go back. You're going to instantly heal up. This is like half a sensu bean, bro, for free. Each and every turn, you could just keep popping it. That's why he's more powerful on his team than other teams, because you're going to have two of this guy running around. And that's crazy, right? Having two of these guys around is crazy. I'm not going to lie. That's why Giant 8 Power, they're not just trying to overload it right now. When Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku releases, this team, this is going to instantly become everyone's favorite team in the game. I'm just going to let you know right now. When Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku finally drops, everyone's talking about Giant 8 Power for generations, bro. People are going to talk about Giant 8 Power like Giant 8 Power has been good for its entire lifespan. I promise. This he's already the perfect Giant 8 Power unit, bro, as the leader skill. 220%, by the way, not to forget to mention. The leader skill is very good, right? But then he's got the Giant 8 Power beyond Super Saiyan damage. He's doing so much, right? Of course, you have the base stuff. You got the guaranteed crits, right? You have the, you know, the extra stats and stuff like that. Now it's 44% with every 4 key. So make sure you get this guy, you know, the max amount of key you can on the field. For every attack performed, this guy just, after he attacks 5 times, he just guaranteed crits for the rest of the battle. You know, he's got a guaranteed additional super, by the way, just for free when getting 24 key. And for every attack he gets an extra chance of crit, 20%. And key +1. So this guy eventually is going to start at 24 key, right? He's a perfect unit. He's literally like I said, this top 5 is so solid. It's going to be hard for you to like slide a character in here, right? Like I said, they have to drop some peak shit for us to be like, oh yeah, no, he's better than he's definitely better than Easy Gogeta. Like, he's got to just be All Might. All of these characters we have 5 All Mights in the game, bro. We have 5 All Mights. Think about that, bro. They can't die. They can't. I mean, in festival battles, maybe. But, bro, they're just juggernauts in the field, bro. They do everything. They do it all. He's doing everything. He's like the perfect unit, right? You just have to work your way up to him, right? That's the reason why he's at number 5, right? The other ones, they're more immediate. You feel them way more. You feel the strength of them immediately much more than this guy. But as soon as you get to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you feel very safe. And we have Beast Gohan. I mean, guys, listen to me. Before you guys, oh, no way, Beast Gohan is definitely better than... No, the fuck he's not, okay? He's not better than anybody that I mentioned above. No, the hell he's not. Don't even... Stop right there. I'm actually massively sucking this guy off, putting him at number 6. You guys don't understand. I might actually get flack for putting this guy at number 6. What? Beast Gohan at number 6? What? How? There's definitely better LRs than him at number 6. But trust me, his active skill, bro. It's all about this active. It's still the GOAT shit. It's still so... Even with his intro worn off, you're not dying with full HP when he pops it. There's nothing in the game that's killing this guy with a full HP bar and he pops this active. Especially if you have him 100% in the Deuce system, right? And if there is, it's like a very vague event, right? Very vague, right? It's a very obscure, weird one-shot event, right? So he has this in his back pocket and it's very easy to get hit once. Considering his passive is almighty, especially for the first 5 turns in battle. Think about this. He still is Beast Gohan. 40% damage reduction for the first 5 turns and key +8. Guards all attacks. He's got major stats right here. 250% still LR worthy, right? He's getting more key right here. Just listen to this. When attacking, He just gets a random. His attacks really don't matter. Let's keep it a beam. His attack stat really doesn't matter. But chance of performing a critical hit 20% when ki is 24. More crit chance. You know, he's got the damage reduction rate right here, 20% when ki is 24. So we're already at 40 for the first 5 times. I mean, the first 5 turns. Now we have 60% with 24 ki, and it's going to be very easy to get him at 24 ki in slot 1, right? He's getting ki when he's getting hit. He gives support 3 ki, right? When he gets hit, he launches an additional super. He's very good, right? And then we're still not done. You know, attack and chance of performing a critical hit plus 20% within the turn for every attack received. This is just infinite and permanent. Well, not permanent, for the turn, right? Every turn, right? Let's say this guy get hit 5 times before he attacks, right? He's going to guarantee crit. But he's already got crit so much everywhere that he's probably going to crit anyways, right? And after performing 5 or more attacks or receiving 8 or more attacks in battle, chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction rate 20%, and all allies ki plus 2 starting from the character's next attacking turn. So overall, even when his 40% damage reduction is gone, peep game, he's still going to have 20% damage reduction right here. He's still going to have 20% damage reduction right here. Right? And he's still guarding. Not a lot of characters in the game still have that type of peak performance, and especially immediately. And that's at his worst, right? Now, I am going to say he's definitely a perfect slot 1 character for those first 5 times. For those first 5 turns, he's a slot 1 character. Definitely. He only becomes questionable when you don't have his active skill anymore. That's what I found about Beast Gohan. It's only once you use his active skill when he could sort of feel vulnerable. Or let's say he's in slot 1 and he gets supered immediately, but he doesn't get the super. There's slight holes in him. Like I said, you can start to poke holes in units now, but this shit is still so top tier and so good. And as we keep going with the list, you're gonna see why. But this active skill, it just eclipses everything, right? Still having a team protect all mechanic with high damage reduction, high defenses. You're going to get an extra 158% defense on this turn, so he's going to be in the millions of defenses. I mean, if you build him correct, you probably would want to go more of the raw defense route. Probably, yeah, this is probably the wrong build. My 100% build on JP is way better than this. I probably have to change this build, to be honest. But you definitely want to go, if you get dupes to this guy, you definitely want to go more of like the defensive route. Just defense, not dodge, because you still want this guy to get hit and stuff like that. You probably want to run 3 dodge on him, you know, just for the funny moments of just dodging with Beast Gohan, right? But morely defense, probably more defense, offense, and additional is probably the right build, right? Yeah, now we have Kale and Caulifla. This is probably going to be the like, if you use her and you see her, she's so fucking good. That's all I have to say. Now, is she perfect in Festival of Battles? No. If I was really considering Festival of Battles so hard, like if I was like a gooner for Festival of Battles, which I'm not. I really don't care about that content because I sort of see it as fun content. Because seriously, sitting through a 3-hour event, it has no real merit. Especially, and I know it doesn't have any real merit because all the YouTubers who do the fight, they edit the video, right? If people were to seriously watch 3 hours of Festival of Battles, I would probably consider it as a real fight. But no one does that, right? So I'm really counting, you know, the anniversary fights. I'm counting Battle Hardened Formidable Foes, you know, the Super Battle Roads, the other content. The content that people actually watch and enjoy as difficult content, right? The standard fights, right? Not some 3-hour long fight. If that was to be in mind, the list would probably be a little bit different. I'm gonna keep that shit a band. But all in all, if you use her in content in general, she's just this fucking good. Now, the reason why I'm having Beast Gohan above Caulifla and Kale, and I'm not a bandwagon, so don't expect my list, like from this point forward, my list may look different from yours, bro, but I'm just gonna give you the real rap of how I feel about these fucking units, right? And seeing them and perform, that 100% chance to just dodge from this girl is just immediately is mind-blowing, right? It's just so huge, right? She does have a little bit of damage reduction, right? She's built in a fashion to where it's like, okay, you dodge with her, Once you dodge with her, you get stats, right? You get more damage reduction on top of the damage reduction you already have, right? And this lasts for 6 turns. You only have to dodge once, and she guaranteed dodges. She guaranteed dodges, right? So you're always guaranteed gonna have this, unless you're in the Blue Goku event. That's the only event where they're dodge nullifying you damn near immediately. Maybe there's one Battle Hardened Formidable Foes event that I'm not taking into account. I know definitely Battle Hardened Formidable Foes has a boss turn 1 immediately where you dodge nullify. I know that for certain. But most of the content you can dodge turn 1, right? You can easily build her up. She's gonna ease. And here's the thing: people are talking about Caulifla doesn't hit hard. Bro, I'm using her at 55%, and she's casually around 28 mil, and then an additional 12, 13, 14 mil, right? And we're gonna talk about Kale in a second. But I don't know where this, oh, she's hitting weak. No, the fuck you're not. Clearly, if you watch my videos, you can see it. There's proof, right? You can literally see how hard Caulifla hits her damn self. It's not as if she's hitting like 10 million or her 18 key. No, she is not the Blue Boys, right? She is not a fraud. She actually can put up damage, right? And not to mention, her super attack effects are actually pretty major and important, right? Super attack effects are usually important, but hers is a unique as fuck, right? Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and raises chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, by 26% for 3 turns. This stacks. So the first time you pop this, remember, she's going to guarantee dodge the first attack. After she dodged the first attack, she has 60% damage reduction with major stats, multiplicative from the dodge, right? Once she supers, right, she's going to start to incorporate dodge in her kit. And not to mention, she's getting more dodge on her 12 key. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and raises chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, and chance of performing a critical hit by 6% for 1 turn. Oh, so she gets crit on 12 key. I'm thinking about... I definitely want to say this about Universe 6 right now. It's definitely coming up, but we're not going to really get to see the full potential of this girl until we get more Universe 6 category members, right? We're making our way there. We probably need 2 more Universe 6 solid category members, and this is going to be very strong, right? Causes ultimate damage to enemy. Universe 6 category, allies key +1, and attack and defense 16% in battle. With 2 Keflas running around with that support, and, you know, her 220% leader skill for Universe 6, that shit could actually be deadly. Possibly. But I don't want Dokkan to give us more power creep, and Caulifla never had her chance to shine with Universe 6, right? I don't want her to be a character that was already built and designed for her own team, but we never really get to make full use of this. I really am stressing Universe 6 for, like, maybe within the next 5 months, somewhere within the next 5 months. I would be satisfied if Tech EZA Kefla's EZA is good, and we get 1 more Dokkan Fest for Universe 6 in the next 5 months. I will be so satisfied, because the Universe 6 category members will be a full, complete team with the members that they do have, right? But that's not it. This is only part 1 of her card. And now we have, you know, Kale. Oh, not to mention, she has a 100% chance to dodge if on her 6th turn, right? Caulifla. We're going to talk about Kale, but, you know, if you decide to collect the 23 physical key spheres with Caulifla, she has a 100% chance to dodge. And the reason why I'm putting Beast Gohan above her is because dodge nullification still does exist, right? That's literally the only reason why she's below Beast. If dodge nullification did not exist, Caulifla would probably be above Beast Gohan in my opinion, right? Now, let's look at Kale. Now, here we go. This is Kale's basic effects. It's not a lot, but it packs quite a punch, bro. Can perform reversible exchange with Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. Straight out the bat, guards all attacks, 200% attack and defense. She's going to guaranteed perform a critical hit. I think there's like a little glitch or a bug where sometimes this doesn't activate, but she's supposed to perform a critical hit immediately, right? I've seen videos and shorts and stuff like that where, you know, she doesn't crit immediately. I think I even caught it in one of my videos as well. But when attacking with 12 or more keys, she gets more offense. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, extra stats. When receiving an attack, 66% defense for every key, right? So if you, for every key this motherfucker gets, not obtained, for every key that this guy has on her key meter, right? So let's say you get 24 key, 66% defense for every key you have, and that's multiplicative. So her defenses are fucking insane when receiving an attack, right? It procs mid-turn, so we're never going to really see the massive defenses, especially when she collects the full field of orbs and stuff like that. She's going to be very good defensively, right? Like, she could tank big bosses in slot 1 and not die, right? Like, the big boss supers in the game, she can be in slot 1 and not die, especially on that turn where she gets the full field of orbs, right? She launches 2 additional super attacks with 6 or more ki, and with 23 key spheres obtained, she launches 2 more. And you have the hidden potential. And let's not forget, her super attack effects are elite. Massively raises attack for 1 turn, so that's more stats. Causes mega colossal damage to enemy and raises chance of performing a critical hit by 26% for 3 turns. And then Kale, on her 12th key, she greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and raises chance of performing a critical hit and chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, by 6% for 1 turn. So she gets the dodge on 12th key. Caulifla gets the 26% chance to dodge on 18th key, right? Vice versa. So I think this is a very phenomenal unit. I think people are going to be salty that Kefla is not a part of this kit, but just because Kefla is not part of this kit, we cannot bullshit and act as if she's not a top tier. Like, I've used this character multiple times. I have gameplay of her, and every time I use her, I'm more and more baffled. Like, yeah, she's so fucking good. I'm sort of tied between this unit and the unit I have. Like, it's a struggle between Planet Namek Goku and Vegeta. And the reason why I want to favor this Planet Namek Goku is because he's going to be so fucking valuable those first couple of turns. But here's the difference between Vegeta and Planet Namek Goku. I already told you I'm not counting Festival of Battles. But if you do want to include Festival of Battles, chat, this guy is clearly better than Vegeta. And this is why I'm going to slightly give him the edge over Vegeta. Even though I'm not really ranking it based off Festival of Battles, you cannot undermine a unit that's literally designed for that, right? This character, they even said they came out on Twitter and said themselves, this is a character you use for Festivals of Battle. You know, that has to up your ante a little bit. Not to mention all the LRs except for Beast Gohan and Kale and Caulifla. Because in normal content, I definitely think Beast Gohan is better than Planet Namek Goku. And in I'm saying normal content. But everything outside of Festival of Battles, I think Beast Gohan is going to perform better than this unit. And everything outside of Festival of Battles, Caulifla is going to outshine this unit as well. But this guy is designed and catered for the event. So I got to sort of mention it, right? Because he's going to be stacking. And, you know, the tech Vegeta I'm actually talking about is the Anniversary Easy. You're going to notice a pattern. A lot of these fucking Anniversary LRs are on this list, right? But I'm going to give this guy the slight edge because he's going to be really valuable in slot 1 immediately. He's got additionals. He's building up. He builds up by getting hit, though. I guess that's sort of undesirable, but it is what it is, right? For every attack received, key +1 up to 3, and attack and defense 20% up to 59%. This actually makes a very huge difference, and you definitely can tell when going up against harder content immediately. Like, yeah, you definitely want to get hit with this guy 3 turns. And you definitely want to put this guy in slot 1 because he's going to get 30% extra damage reduction, right? Not to mention the guard that he has, right? For 6 turns from the character's entry turn, he's going to be guarding all attacks. So this guy's designed to just be a slot 1 god sort of immediately. This guy's stacking, so that's very good. Where's he at? This guy's stacking, so it's always going to be good, right? Greatly raises defense on 12 key is just so huge and major. He greatly raises attack and defense on 18 key as well. But the fact that this guy, I did favor Frieza at first, but as we kept moving on and we kept getting more and more new content for Anniversary, I started to favor Planet Namek Goku. It took the fan base a while to, you know, come to a conclusion like, yeah, okay, maybe we were a little wrong about this Planet Namek Goku and being a little too harsh. But he's actually very fucking solid and good, right? He's going to be a very dependable slot 1 character in most content. And even when the guard runs out, he'll still be very good defensively because he's one of those characters that builds fast, right? You have stackers that build up slow, but this guy with his LR stats, all the stats that he gained here, right? He builds up very, very fast, right? And for those 6 turns, he feels like an All Might character That's why I'm putting him where he's at, right? This is another one of those All Might characters. Now, if you really favor this guy, you could possibly talk your way into this guy being a better unit than Caulifla and Kale. You could definitely talk me into it because they're both so good in that slot 1 position, bro. I promise, both of those units are so fucking solid, chat. Oh my god. Yeah, this guy's so good. He definitely came up on the list a lot for me, right? Now, we're at number 9, and we have base Vegeta. They did something with Anniversary that I don't think they're going to be able to repeat with, like, this upcoming global celebration, right? I definitely think there is even... No. I'm lying. If it's Daima, it's over. Like, I'm not going to lie. Daima hype is so real that I can't even hide it. Like, I can't even like deny that I'm not a fanboy of Daima. Like, I am. I'm like a huge fan of Daima. I can't even like hide it. They dropped Daima, even though like they should have dropped Daima a long time ago. Money's getting spent, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't even spend money on the game. The money's getting spent. The money's getting spent, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Money is getting spent if they drop Daima, and it's just that simple, right? But Giant Nate Power, and the reason why I'm really prefacing Daima is because Giant Nate Power, I promise one day it's gonna come up, right? It's going to come up, I promise. And when Giant Nate Power is a real relevant category, this base Vegeta is already set up to dominate, especially beside the Super Saiyan 4 Goku's going crazy everywhere. This guy's going to have what? Damage reduction, 40% damage reduction here. He's going to have 20% damage reduction here. He's already got the guard. He's got the stats. He's got the entrance. This is going to be sort of rare. I don't know how much you're going to get this entrance. It'll be rare, but you'll get it here to here. Basically, all you have to do is just go up against an enemy whose names includes Goku. You're going to find this. It's going to happen, right? But it's very picky, right? But this guy's going to have major stats immediately. He's going to get more defense on Super. He's got the guard. When the guard is activated, he gets more stats, right? He gets more stats and damage reduction as the first attacker in turn, right? You never really want to put this guy in slot 2 or 3. But if you have to, he's still going to have formidable defenses considering he's in a Super first. He's going to be in slot 2 with still high damage reduction. Well, I wouldn't really call 20% high damage reduction, but it's good enough damage reduction. I don't know. You really want to keep this guy in slot 1 because he's going to have the damage reduction right here. He's going to have the damage reduction right here. And besides Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's going to have the extra defense and damage reduction. And he's going to be guarding. So this guy, he was designed for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, obviously, in the Giant 8 team, right? Not to mention this guy has a Giant 8 mechanic that is really handy, right? A lot of people might act like they don't like the Giant 8 mechanic, but this shit is really handy, right? I just think this guy's is a little bit more rare, right? This is another reason why I'm giving Planet Namek Goku the slight edge is because not only is he better in Festival of Battle, right? Vegeta, this is probably, I'm going to say this loosely, but this is probably one of the hardest to get Giant 8 mechanics, especially with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Is that a bad thing? No, that's not a bad thing. The fact that you're rarely going to be able to see this is not a bad thing, but it's security and insurance, right? Planet Namek Goku doesn't really have that same team protective with Super Saiyan Goku, considering he's going to have more damage reduction and higher defense, right? And he does not, unlike this Vegeta, he does not need to feed off Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This Super Saiyan Goku can stand on his own 2 feet, right? Without a partner. You know, everyone knows this Vegeta is very good with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? So that's why I'm deciding to put him where he's at. I did have him previously higher on the last LR list, but now considering, you know, my options and actually looking at the unit, you know, judging him based off what he's doing and not really the performance of, you know, support and all types of shit, I definitely do feel comfortable putting this base Vegeta behind Planet Namek Goku, right? But this guy is still very, very fucking good, right? And like I said, he does have the Giant 8 mechanic and the back pocket protective mechanic. I'm actually getting to the nitty gritty. This is actually unit number 9, right? This Gohan doesn't get talked about. Like, I mean, when I say people don't say shit about this unit, they don't, like, it's like this unit doesn't exist, but he's secretly like one of the best slot 2 or 3 characters in the fucking game. Like, this guy never died. I don't remember the last time I've seen Gohan fold, die. Maybe if he gets locked in slot 1, but this kit is just, you keep him in slot 2 or 3 and he's a safe run, right? He's got a strong 220% leader with full power. This guy's going to be strong. He's going to have the stats. He's going to have the guard. He's going to have the base damage reduction. He's going to have, you know, easy 18 key, ultra key, 24 key. He's going to have crits, right? He's going to be hitting hard. right? For every attack, perform, attack, and defense up to 80%. So this is multiplicative. On top of these stats, he's just getting this, right? Not to mention, right, starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, attack 158%, defense 58%, and when attacking with 18 more key, performs a critical hit when activating an active skill or when attacking with 24 key. This is major, right? So if you get 24 key, you're gonna always proc this, right? And if you pop the active skill, you're gonna always proc this. And this is a huge multiplicative, considering he does have this active, which also boosts his offenses. This guy will pop his active and then shoot out a 100 million attack stat for free, while being the perfect slot 2 or 3 character, not dying because he's got guard, he's got high defense, he's supering, and he's got, you know, damage reduction. He's the perfect slot. This is probably one of the best designed slot 2 characters ever, right? Probably ever. And they make it real easy for you to build up with him quickly, considering his entrance, right? You get a whole bunch of additionals, right? Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack per existing enemy up to 5 times within a turn, right? And launches 2 additional super attacks for 4 turns. And this is just permanent. So this guy, let's say you're going up against 3 enemies, right? This guy has 3 additionals that have a 30% chance of proccing a super while guaranteed having 2 supers. So bare minimum, you're already built up turn 1 damn near, right? If you only are going up against 1 enemy, you're going to have 1 attack, right, that you do. Then you're going to do the 2 additionals guaranteed right here. And then you're going to have the additional right here that's going to proc by facing at least 1 enemy. And then you're going to have the hidden potential. So in turn 1 against 1 enemy, this guy can super 6 times. And I mean, super attacks effects, he's not a stacking character, but greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and greatly lowers defense. And his 12 key is raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and lowers defense. Very solid unit. Very impeccable design. Very good kit. He's a solid option. And you're lying if you're saying he's not. Because have you fallen, Tech Broly? This is my number 10. I told you I have 2 more spots after this, but my number 10 is gonna have to be this guy. Is he good still? Of course. He's sort of ageless and timeless. But we went through this entire list, and there's only 2 extreme characters on this list. Think about that, which is this Vegeta right here and this Broly. What does that tell you about the team? Right? What does that tell you about the team? He doesn't have real hitters anymore. Even though this guy is so fucking good, the reason why I can put Beast Gohan at number 6 and I could put this Tech Broly at number 10, even though people like to lump them together, is because this character is actually literally getting left in the past. The units you do, even though he's a Saiyan, this is literally his saving grace. If he wasn't a Saiyan, he wouldn't even be on this list. I'm trying, with this same exact fucking kit, if this guy was a random, maybe he probably would still be on the list. He may probably, like if this was a random like Slug or something, maybe he would still make the number 10 spot, maybe. But I'm giving him this spot because he's a Saiyan and he can still work with super units, right? But all the characters you do want to run him with, they're not the best in the game right now, right? Even though this guy can work, the units you want to run him with, you really can't, right? This is always gonna be good though. This is the most timeless. This is timeless, right? He's always gonna be good turn 1. Turn 1, he's always gonna be the GOAT, right? Then you go to turn 3, you transform him. For those next couple of turns, he's still gonna be the GOAT, right? For the next the first 5 turns, this Broly, top tier, he's amazing, right? He's still good. But then you do definitely feel the drop off. Now, this guy still has a couple of things, right? Like the key +3 in attack and defense, 26% active. That's just permanent, right? He's always going to be guarding, right? That's just going to be permanent. There's things that this guy can do still, right? He's still going to be a good slot 1 until he needs to be his ass in slot 2. He's still going to be guarding, right, in slot 1. He's still going to be able to tank in slot 1. He's still going to have the high damage reduction, right? It's just, I can't put him any higher on this list. I just can't. With all the hitters that we have now, that's just doing more than what he's doing, even though he's so valuable and so good. I just can't put him above any of these characters, right? I can't. Like, you see it. I'm not the only person that sees it. Broly has fallen off, and we can definitely say that. But is it like he fell off a cliff? No. But the moment, I don't know, bro. He might, because we literally, we got so many Brolys that I don't think we're going to get any more Brolys for like another year, bro. Like, we're not going to get a Broly until a whole another year, bro. Just pack that shit up, bro. Unless it's Dragon Ball Super Broly, just pack that shit up. But we're not getting another Broly. I'm going to keep it a bean. We're not getting another Broly until 2026, bro. I promise. But is he good? Yeah, he's good. He's a very solid character. I don't really need to explain him. He's a very old character. He's still really good. He's still going to perform. He could perform in all content in the game. He's still going to be very solid. He's not like a dodge or die character. You just got to watch out for this guy in the later parts of the fight. I do have one honorable mention. Well, actually, these are the 2 honorable mentions. Damn. Bro didn't even make the cut. Yeah, Broly's number 11. Yeah, Broly's number 11, and this is number 12. Yeah, Broly didn't even make the cut. I did really try to make him make the cut, though. I guess this means he's an honorable mention. Damn, I didn't even realize. Yeah, he's honorable mentions. He didn't make it. Because, look, I put this list in order for you guys just to see, right? You know, Goku, Vegeta, the Apes, right? These guys. I guess I did join them at 3. Never mind. No, he didn't make the top 10 because I joined these guys to the hip. These guys are both number 3. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'll include him in the top 10 because I still think he's so fucking top 10 and so powerful. But if you really look at this lineup, this shit is a solid list, right? Honorable mention, God Goku and Hit. He's very fun. He's very cool. He's good. I mean, I really just wanted to throw his ass up here. He's just a very solid unit. He's really not even like the number 12 position, if I'm being honest. There's tons of other LRs that's better than this guy. But, you know, I did want to include him in the video because he's a new recent LR. And guess what? LR God Goku and Hit, he can cook, right? He's definitely a chef in the kitchen. He's not that bad, right? You know, it doesn't hurt to mention the guy. But this is my top 10 LR list, or top 12, whatever you want to do. Let me know if you have any disagreements with my list. I definitely am down for feedback. Bro, I'm telling you, this right here, I think this list is a hit, bro. If you use this character, you're going to definitely tell. You use these characters, you know this is like a solidified top 5. Like, yeah, you're not cracking this shit. It's not happening. If you want to think about like the other anniversary units like Go Frieza, you know what I'm saying? Evo Blue Vegeta, LR Gotenks, Jiren, you know, Tech Gogeta, that though the other World Warriors Tech Gogeta, he's still pretty solid, but I don't think they make the top 10 list. They're honorable mentions for certain. Is there any other LRs that I'm just like forgetting to just mention? Like, bro, why is he not even on the list, right? No. Yeah, no. I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, I'm seeing everything I need. I'm not missing anybody, no. Yeah, Cell Maxi shit. LR Bot, fuck no. No. Yeah, no. I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, this is the list. This is a list. I think this is the complete top 10 LR list, right? Yeah, let me know if I cooked or not. I think I cooked.